It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. And come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. I mean, the arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. I mean, he is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Williams. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A play fake. Now Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Chicago. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and through. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021. National champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
He'll find Andre Yosibas. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibas. And he will go all the way. Andre Yosibas. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Scott now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bears offense ready to see the football for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go play action here with Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bengals offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll run here with Brown. And he's got a Bengals 1st down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the 1st possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust. critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A carry here for Brown.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Off he goes. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Second down, Burrow. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll take it on in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw, it's Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. from the shotgun. It's Williams. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of it?
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Bears. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Santos for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bears will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Second and 7. Now Brown. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Now pause here. Injured player. It's Jamar Chase who's in some discomfort. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third down, 3 to go. On the ground, it's Brown. A gain of 11 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at three situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he will score. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bengals have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. On the ground, it's Swift. On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Higgins sent in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He keeps it himself. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Here's Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second down and 8. A play fake. Now Williams under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Williams. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Williams now to throw. That's going to be taken in by Durham Smythe. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try?
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Thrown quickly. That's more on the RPO. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. They'll go play action here with Williams. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams.
First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
From the 1, second and goal. They'll try to run with Swift. A dive, and he's in! DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Open man is the tight end, Sample. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Burrow now. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. He pulls it in around the 5. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now a second down throw for Burrow. It is brought in the end zone. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals have taken a 4-point advantage. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bears offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get that to Zacchaeus. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
final second now of this first half as this one is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not done yet.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Gesicki, the man in motion. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bears offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again with Swift. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Over the middle, that's Komet. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Throw it again. It's Williams. That one on target to Moore. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. The Bears are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
Throwing is Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify
that one. Take it in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see 2 back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, Burrow. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
There's that man again. Another catch. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
To the middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down by a couple of yards. They get 5 there on 4th and 3.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
To the back of the end zone, he's got it! Jamar Chase, touchdown Cincinnati. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Scott now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first down, it's Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Another run here, another run by Swift. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Third and 6. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Open man. Downfield. Chase has it. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Burrow now to throw on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the...
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Scott now on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Williams to throw on second down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Swift gets it from the pistol. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to keep it himself. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Off play action. Here's Williams. That is caught. What a throw. Olamide Zaccheaus. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Quick throw taken in.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They go play action for Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Big-time, opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Bears offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Second down and 8. On the bootleg, it's Williams. He'll get back to Zacchaeus. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
The Bears send out their punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. A carry here for Brown. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On 1st down, Burrow. To the middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. Second down and 3. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On the ground, it's Brown. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. Here's Brown. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.